главный врач чемпионата IBA Лейла Насирова. Ну что, уважаемые любители бокса, я приглашаю бойцов в ринг. 8 раундов за титул чемпиона Азии по версии Международной ассоциации бокса IBA в легком весе. Итак, встречайте, из Азербайджана Javid Golden Boy CHALABIYEV.
So approaching the boxing ring ahead of this battle for the Asian Championships in international in IBA boxing is Javid CHALABIYEV, a 2013 World Championship gold medalist at 56 kilograms, competed in the Tokyo Olympics, 31 years of age now, an outstanding IBA boxer over 3 3-minute rounds. He's been cutting a confident figure in the build-up to this contest, right through to breakfast this morning where I saw him, and he takes up residence in the black corner.
Из Таджикистана Bakhodur.
What a rapturous round of applause to greet the introduction of Bakhodur USMONOV. Born and raised right here in Dushanbe, Tajikistan, the 26-year-old comes to the ring with a perfect professional record of 7 fights, 7 wins, 3 of them inside the distance. And in IBA 3-round boxing, he took World Championship bronze at the Humo Arena in Tashkent, Uzbekistan last year.
Представляю вам бойцов. Боец в черном углу ринга. Ему 31 год. Рост его составляет 174 сантиметра. Вес 63 килограмма ровно. Его профессиональный рекорд впечатляет. 46 боев, 21 из которых поражений. Чемпион мира 2013 года. Победитель исламских игр 2017 года. Друзья, многократный участник Олимпийских игр. Дамы и господа, встречайте из Азербайджана Javid Golden Boy CHALABIYEV. Золотой угол ринга представляет боец, которому 26 лет. Рост его 174 сантиметра, вес 63 килограмма и 300 граммов. Его профессиональный рекорд 7 побед, из которых 3 нокаута и ни одного поражения. Также, друзья, его олимпийский рекорд тоже впечатляет. 136 боев, из которых 129 победа. Он чемпион Азии 2015 года, призер чемпионата мира 2023 года. Дамы и господа, Таджикистан!
The roof being raised here at the Dushanbe Tennis Courts and Water Sports Complex. Terrific reception on the pre-fight introduction for Bakhodur USMONOV. So both boxers called to center ring. Mr. Sergei Zherkin with the final instructions. So there, a quick look at the tail of the tape ahead of this Asian Championship on this IBA Champions Night of Boxing. Both men an identical height. Javid CHALABIYEV, 5 years older. Both men have occupied podium positions at IBA World Championship Boxing over the 3-round format. Javid CHALABIYEV, the world champion, back in 2013 at 56 kilograms. And in the most recent edition, in Tashkent in Uzbekistan, Bakhodur USMONOV coming away with a World Championship bronze. It's the first fight over the longer format for Javid CHALABIYEV in the professional ranks. Olympian in Rio and Tokyo. Did feature in what was previously known as APB, IBA professional boxing back in the day. A good right hand landed to the body and then a left jab off the back foot from Bakhodur Usmonov. Razor sharp box shot is best, and a right hand off the back foot, but CHALABIYEV continuing to press through those punches. Good scoring left jab once again, landed by the man wearing the white trim with gold. That is Bakhodur Usmonov, the home boxer from right here in the Tajikistan capital, Dushanbe. Javid CHALABIYEV from Azerbaijan. Boxing idol is Kostazu, and he's looking to throw punches in bunches in the manner that Kostazu used to. Was his son Timzu. Now in the upper echelons of the professional coders, Usmonov effective with that jab once again. See the left side of CHALABIYEV's torso reddened already from the sharp shooting jabs and occasional right hands that have been targeted in that area. There's another one up on his toes and skitting around the perimeter of the boxing ring, shooting out that sharp left jab is Bakhodur Usmonov. CHALABIYEV continuing to press, but not quite finding the range with his attempted right hand, as Usmonov found himself momentarily pinned to the ropes. But using the space of the ring beautifully is Usmonov, and shooting out that lead left hand like a trip hammer before dropping down and scoring with a right hand lead, followed by a left jab to the body, and that left jab to the body continuing to remain a prominent weapon, and then a right hand over the top. This is wonderful boxing being exhibited by Bakhodur Usmonov in this opening round. Remember, it's scheduled for 8 threes for the IBA Continental Championship, and how about that for a flashy right uppercut and then a check left hook from Usmonov, who is up on his toes using every available inch of the boxing ring, going from the perimeter back to center ring, expanding and contracting the ring as he likes. And in the face of this aggression, he is rendering it ineffective. Beautiful opening round of boxing produced by Bakhodur Usmonov in the first of this light welterweight contest scheduled for 8 threes. So I'm sure that the instructions over in that corner are more of the same, because it was a terrific display. Right hand lead off the ropes, then spinning off the line, evading the punches coming in his direction. Got clipped by a right hand there just on the belt, but for the most part, and even in the space of centering, it was the left jab that was setting up so much of the offense for Bakhodur Usmonov. So a little bit of a late exit from the black corner. That's why both boxers were sent to neutral corners ahead of this second round. CHALABIYEV getting through a left jab, but Bakhodur Usmonov up on his toes and circumnavigating the ring beautifully once again, dancing, dodging and darting laterally both left and right, not presenting a stationary target for CHALABIYEV to land anything cleanly on. Look at the activity with that lead left hand from Bakhodur Usmonov. Head, then body, then turns it into a hook, followed by a right hand over the top. Then he gets back to that thrusting stab jab to the body once more. Continuing to tenderize the torso of the man from Azerbaijan, who continues to press. Right hand with another eye-catching shot with his back near the ropes from Bakhodur Usmonov. Then left hooks under the elbow of CHALABIYEV, and CHALABIYEV, well, again, he's continuing to remain over that front foot, but he's paying an incredibly heavy toll to get into his desired punching territory. Continues to press as Bakhodur Usmonov, his back just grazing the referee, Mr. Sergei Zhurkin of Russia. But again, continuing to poke his man with that lead left stick is Bakhodur Usmonov. CHALABIYEV getting closer with a right hand over the top, then dropping down with scoring straight shots to the body. Right hand off the ropes once more before employing the shell defense, tucking his chin behind his shoulder and rocking and rolling away from punches. Need to be a boxer in brilliant form to execute that defense effectively and have confidence in your radar. As USMONOV getting the better of these exchanges, CHALABIYEV with pockets of success as he continues to walk his man down incessantly. Action just above our commentary position here ringside at the Dushanbe Tennis Courts and Water Sports Complex. But again, doesn't hold his feet long on the occasions that he does choose to plant them. Bakhodur USMONOV trying to Philly shell defense once again, now back into the space of center ring as CHALABIYEV continues to walk his man down, made to miss with a left hook. USMONOV inaccurate with a left hook to the body. CHALABIYEV just with a little bit of a headlock. And again, right uppercut after the left jab from Bakhodur USMONOV. I'm not sure that there's an area of the ring canvas that the feet of USMONOV hasn't touched. Again, able to dance and dodge his way out of the confined position of the neutral corner, then score to the left uppercut to the body of CHALABIYEV. Right hand to the body as CHALABIYEV continues to press, looking to get closer and make this one a fight. Lands a little love tap after the final bell to conclude the second round. So more success enjoyed in that second round for Javid CHALABIYEV of Azerbaijan, but I don't think it was enough success for him to take the round, but certainly enjoyed greater success with his accuracy, but in between his own pockets of effective punch picking, he was put on the end of punch picking such as this from Bakhodur USMONOV, making his man miss and then able to ward off that final left hook from CHALABIYEV with good defensive with the right glove. So into the third round of a light welterweight contest scheduled for 8 we go. This is the IBA Asian Championship that's on the line. First 6 fights of Bakhodur USMONOV's career were in Russia in terms of professional boxing. His last 2 outings have been right here in his home city on IBA Champions Night events. And my goodness, he's using the energy and encouragement from the crowd terrifically. From the opening round, he found his range immediately. His rhythm and tempo were a joy to behold, and here you see the variety again, uppercuts, jabs, hooks, all being fired in off the back foot. And when he was scoring with that left jab to the body just before the intervention of the referee, he was increasing the gap by pulling his head backwards while still scoring with the lead left hand. And CHALABIYEV, 2013 World Championship gold medalist, showing all of his competitive spirit and ringcraft, gets closer now and does have success to the body as USMONOV holding his feet. And during that exchange, CHALABIYEV perhaps enjoying his best success of the entire contest. USMONOV was able to dodge and dart in the first 2 rounds when getting himself into that position, but CHALABIYEV continuing to press and did score effectively downstairs just a few moments ago. But now USMONOV up on his toes once again, looking to increase the gap between himself and his advancing opponent from Azerbaijan. Terrifically picked left hand to the body once again from Bakhodur USMONOV. Beyond the halfway stage of this third round, as USMONOV in center ring, both men flat-footed. And it's the lead left hand that is just controlling the distance beautifully for USMONOV once again. CHALABIYEV letting his hands go, getting through with some punches during that cluster. USMONOV able to ward off the attacks with good defenses with his glove, but CHALABIYEV able to penetrate those attempted defenses once again. So USMONOV Genius ankles being demonstrated, able to change direction laterally, both left and right in an instant. Look at that, how he jammed on the brakes and then scored beautifully downstairs to the body. But CHALABIYEV remained right in the pocket and was able to counter as two more body punches shoveled in by USMONOV. But CHALABIYEV remaining right on the man's chest and looking for his own successful offense. But USMONOV is doing a terrific job of scoring, often without reply, because by the time CHALABIYEV sets his feet to launch the attack, USMONOV is no longer there. They're rather desperate with his work, chasing his man across the ring while firing out that backhand. Terrific work from Bakhodur USMONOV again during the course of that third round. After CHALABIYEV enjoyed comparatively more success in the second, USMONOV getting the movement going once again and showing wonderful variety once more. But CHALABIYEV continuing to compete and remain right in the face of USMONOV. Bakhodur USMONOV up off his stool early to begin this fourth round, but taking every second of the 60 and then some. Here's Javid CHALABIYEV. That's why both boxers have been sent to the neutral corner, because the black corner stool took some time to be removed after CHALABIYEV took every second available of the 60-second interval. We're into the fourth round of this contest, scheduled for 8 threes. Bakhodur USMONOV looking to continue what has been a brilliant recent run in IBA boxing. That World Championship bronze last year. He was the Asian Continental Champion at light welterweight in 2019. And here tonight, that's a good left-right combination from CHALABIYEV. It was countered by a shot from USMONOV. But CHALABIYEV just taking advantage of the fact that USMONOV held his feet momentarily at center ring. Good work to the body from USMONOV, while CHALABIYEV was scoring over the top, but keeping the body attack going is USMONOV, and then right hooks around the corner and behind the left glove of CHALABIYEV, who comes forward with another marauding attack once again, dipping his head and claiming his man around the body. Here's Bakhodur USMONOV, and again both men nod their head as if to say, how you feeling? Okay, I'll see you, and they get right back to it. What a contest we have on our hands here. Good right hand to the body once again from USMONOV. And CHALABIYEV looking to adopt a back foot posture here now. Has he been hurt by one of those punches to the body? Because prior to this, the halfway stage of the fourth round, in the completed 3 rounds, he has invariably, incessantly been over that front foot. But now it's USMONOV who is going forward. He scores with a right hand to the body once again before switching the attack with left hands to the body. And these could well be taking a toll on the conditioning of Javid CHALABIYEV, who's keen to remain in the pocket, but his work becoming just a little more ragged now. But that right hand altogether more accurate as he fired it during a combination of punches. But USMONOV looking to dominate the space of center ring with that lead left hand, dipping, rocking and rolling in front of his man while shooting out that lead left and bringing the backhand into play as well. 50 seconds remaining in this fourth round as USMONOV increasingly dominating the ring space here now. It was a right hand lead followed by CHALABIYEV. It was long, and that's why the two boxers wound up in a clinch. Both men weighing in comfortably inside the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight limit. Slight weight advantage of some 300 grams for Bakhodur USMONOV, who weighed in at 63.3 kilograms. CHALABIYEV was 63 kilograms even. That's a beautiful right hand landed by Bakhodur USMONOV, and then he switched the attack to the body once again. But CHALABIYEV continuing to press. Difficult to discourage or deter is CHALABIYEV, and that'll make this a tricky mission for Bakhodur USMONOV, because he has boxed like a dream in the first 2 rounds in particular. For my money, he's taken the subsequent 2 rounds as well. But CHALABIYEV is there every second of the way, and that can sometimes put a little bit of doubt into the mind of a boxer who is controlling proceedings. I feel that's what Bakhodur USMONOV is doing, but Javid CHALABIYEV is in this contest every second of the way. I just don't think that he's doing enough to win the contest. But USMONOV, will his mind begin to play tricks on him here now? As everybody up on their feet, applauding what they are witnessing up in the boxing ring. Bakhodur USMONOV looking to claim this Asian continental crown in front of his home fans, but he's facing off against the determined, prideful opponent in Javid CHALABIYEV of Azerbaijan. So 4 rounds completed, a potential 4 rounds to go between these two decorated IBA boxers. Bakhodur USMONOV showing a greater variety in his arsenal, scoring effectively to both head and body. Javid CHALABIYEV looking for that sneaky counter right hand here now, as USMONOV on the front foot, continuing to remain busy with that sharp jab. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand, catching CHALABIYEV as he looked to disengage. Cause his feet to just cross momentarily, but CHALABIYEV demonstrating a stout set of whiskers, because he's been out-punched and outscored here tonight. But for the vast majority of the contest, he has been right in the face of Bakhodur USMONOV, who is showing good composure in the face of this cussed competitiveness being shown by CHALABIYEV, but he's able to score like that, drop his attacks to the body so effectively. You see USMONOV saying, listen, keep your punches up, but no complaint to the referees. He gets back into the fray. Left hand to the body, right hand to the head, and USMONOV double jab downstairs once again. And I say it was downstairs. The first shot was to the navel, the second shot to the sternum. Wonderful variety from that lead left hand, and greater activity as well. USMONOV remaining switched on and defensively responsible, parrying the shot that came in with his right glove. But CHALABIYEV, where is he? Right on the man's chest once more, making sure that he renders this a fight for Bakhodur USMONOV rather than an exhibition in front of his adoring home fans. But USMONOV rising to the occasion right here on home soil, and he's boxing out of his skin. His left hand is consistent as a healthy heartbeat as he continues to snake it out and score both upstairs and downstairs. Wonderful variety on that lead left hand. But CHALABIYEV, after USMONOV's success, right back in the face of the 2023 World Championship bronze medalist. CHALABIYEV looking for the right hand over the top. Good left hand dug into the body from USMONOV a few moments ago. USMONOV just taking a breather beyond punching range, bobbing and weaving while on the ropes, shooting out a speculative lead left hand to the body, not necessarily accurate, but he's just keeping CHALABIYEV beyond range. But CHALABIYEV kept the attack going, made it a two-phase attack, and was able to score effectively. But USMONOV targeting his man and scoring with that left jab to the chin once again, then a left hand to the body. This is non-stop action deep into this battle for the Asian Championship belt on IBA Championship night. My goodness. No quarter ass, none given between these two boxers. Again, I happen to think that it's the man from Tajikistan doing enough to take the round. But Javid CHALABIYEV in this every second of the way. But again, I remain unconvinced that he's doing enough to win the rounds. But make no mistake, he is certainly in them. And Bakhodur USMONOV will know that more than anybody, because despite the success that he has enjoyed, every time he finishes successful moments, such as that right cross, and then the left jabs that followed it during the course of the round, when he has finished, CHALABIYEV is right there continuing to compete and fire away with his own shots. So we're into round number 6. And out to center ring. And just setting up his store behind that lead left hand is Bakhodur Usmonov. And again, look how busy he is with that lead hand. CHALABIYEV scoring with a right cross and a long looping left out of that orthodox stance. And again, as the spectators pound out a percussive rhythm on a drum here, the quality that is in evidence from these two boxers who've enjoyed podium success in IBA World Championship boxing. It's wonderful to behold. A good left hand slung into the body from Usmonov, but CHALABIYEV continuing to shoot out his own straight punches. But the better of that trade-off coming from the man from Tajikistan. Tucking up tightly is CHALABIYEV. There he scores with the right hand to the body, but it's Usmonov looking to have the final word. Turns the right hand underneath and continues to score effectively with shots that are being shoveled in downstairs. There's a right hand over the top from the man from Tajikistan, followed by body attack success. CHALABIYEV with a right hand over the top, forced to back up momentarily, but he is keen to remain in the pocket. You see how he spun off the line rather than concede ground to remain in the face of Bakhodur Usmonov. Scores with a good left hook during that combination attack. But Usmonov seemingly as fresh and sharp now as he was in the opening round some 6 rounds ago. But CHALABIYEV again continuing to pose that question, knocking on the door of Bakhodur Usmonov. As CHALABIYEV scores with a good left jab, then right hand to the body. But there's a right hand over the top in response from Usmonov, who's continuing to dance around his man and present different angles. Beautiful fusillade of punches once again in free-flowing fashion from Bakhodur Usmonov. But CHALABIYEV, far less flashy, but fundamentally sound and determined and fully committed to his own attacks as he has success with Usmonov pinned on the ropes. Usmonov gets to the space of center ring and counters immediately. I'm just looking to see whether there's a nick to the left eye of Bakhodur Usmonov. You see him feeling for it because he may well have sustained a cut around that left optic. That's what it appeared like from my commentary position here ringside at the Dushanbe tennis courts and water sport complex. But if he has sustained a cut, it is not yet leaking blood. I'm sat right next to the ringside doctor as CHALABIYEV has seen the injury, and that has inspired him as he quickens his feet. As Bakhodur Usmonov just able to engage in bout management in the closing stages of that 6th round, because it looks as though he's picked up a cut to the left eye. The cut held up, but the corner team will no doubt be treating that assiduously now to ensure that if he has picked up a nick, that it doesn't begin to leak blood and thereby possibly interfere with his vision. So CHALABIYEV, for my money, needs a stoppage here now. I think he's trailing on the cards with 6 rounds completed. But make no mistake, Bakhodur Usmonov may well have arrived at the conclusion that this man is going to be there at the end. Such is the sense of permanence that he's demonstrating. So into round 7 then. In this battle for the IBA Asian Championship belt, Bakhodur Usmonov, in his 2nd consecutive fight here in his home city, has used that shot, the lead jab, wonderfully from the opening bell. And it's not just a lead jab. Within that lead jab, there has been so much nuance and education and guile and variety, and it's kept CHALABIYEV guessing. You see CHALABIYEV just reduced to reaching for his single shot attacks during that previous portion of the round. But he needs a stoppage here, does CHALABIYEV. For the most part, he's been over the front foot He's touched up by a check left hand once again, almost slapped with the inside of the glove, and then beautiful back foot boxing from Bakhodur Usmonov once more. Approaching a minute gone in this penultimate round. CHALABIYEV not attacking as incessantly as he has done in previous rounds, perhaps looking to draw Usmonov onto a shot. Usmonov has gone forward occasionally during the course of this contest. Truth be told, he's the man that has seemingly dictated the terms on which this contest is being fought. He decides when to stand still and hold his feet, resulting in these shape-shifting stare downs just beyond punching range. He's also decided when to go on the back foot and draw CHALABIYEV in. CHALABIYEV just looking to engage him in some verbal conversation. There he scores effectively to the body. As Usmonov scoring with the left hand. CHALABIYEV not disrespecting his opponent, but trying to get inside his mind, trying to get him perhaps to deviate from the game plan. But Usmonov is proving far too disciplined for that. He has boxed to order. And he's continuing to stick to the game plan while out here in front of this capacity crowd, and that often a task in itself, because there's a full house here tonight. From the moment Bakhodur Usmonov was introduced, the home fans raised the roof. Bit of elbow and forearm from Bakhodur Usmonov, showing that he's not averse to utilizing some of the darker arts from the coaching manual. Good left-right combination from CHALABIYEV, who is now dropping his hands contemptuously, remaining in Usmonov's wheelhouse, but trying to find that finishing combination that he needs, because he must be down on the scorecards. At least that's how I have got it. But you have to credit the composure and the discipline of Bakhodur Usmonov, who in front of this capacity crowd has managed to continue to execute the game plan to perfection. A mouthpiece has been dislodged, and I think it was on the exhalation of CHALABIYEV when letting his hands go in search of this finishing salvo. Closing seconds of this penultimate round. So that's the first time that the mouthpiece has been dislodged. In a previous contest, we saw Akmal Ubaidov, the home fighter, dodged doctor points because he spat the mouthpiece on 3 occasions during the course of his contest against Azerbaijan Sedikbay of Kazakhstan. But with just 3 minutes remaining, I don't think such a fate will befall Javid CHALABIYEV. And seeing as we only do have 3 minutes to go, well, more than ever, Javid CHALABIYEV requires an inside-the-distance victory. He's got to get his man out of there if he hopes to claim this Asian Championship belt on this IBA Champions Night of Boxing. So a sporting touch of gloves between these two skillful, committed boxers. It has been an incredibly hard-fought affair. The man in the white, trimmed with gold, Bakhodur Usmonov of Tajikistan, has contained his emotion and executed the game plan to perfection. And you can see Javid CHALABIYEV trying to distract his man desperately to get him to deviate from the strategy that has been laid out by the corner and carried out in almost punch-perfect fashion by Bakhodur Usmonov. But Usmonov is far too disciplined and switched on for that. You saw Javid CHALABIYEV tapping his heel in the manner of the great Roy Jones Jr., who is here ringside in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. But despite the efforts of Javid CHALABIYEV, he has not been able to distract Bakhodur Usmonov. And you can see him grinning that gum shield. CHALABIYEV saying, come on, test me downstairs again. And truth be told, Usmonov has done exactly that since the opening bell, particularly with that lead left hand. With about 40 seconds gone, the torso of CHALABIYEV was reddened, such was the frequency that he was getting touched up downstairs by the lead left stick of the man from Azerbaijan. But USMONOV continuing to remain razor sharp and switched on at the halfway stage of this final round. There's a good left hand to the body that doubles over CHALABIYEV, and then he turns it into a left hook to the chin, with which he scored twice in quick succession. CHALABIYEV continuing to grin that gum shield contemptuously, saying, "I'm still here." But again, USMONOV not taking the bait, not seeing the red mist, and looking to take out his anger on his man. But what he is doing is scoring repeatedly to both head and body with accurate punch picking from both flanks. This has been a masterful display from Bakhodur USMONOV against the 2013 IBA World Championship gold medalist. CHALABIYEV deserves immense credit for the manner in which he has continued to compete and for the manner in which he has remained in the face and on the chest of Bakhodur USMONOV. But USMONOV, again, if his boots were fitted with an odometer, he must have covered several miles up there in the boxing ring. Non-stop movement for practically the entire contest. On his own terms, he has occasionally held his feet, just as he's doing now on the ropes and occasionally at center ring, but for the most part, he's not been running, but it's been movement such as this. And then he'll go onto the front foot, and then he'll stop the movement and score with a jab, just as he did there to the torso. 10-second clapper indicates that we're in the closing stages. And the two men trading leather, with USMONOV boxing on the back foot, Javid CHALABIYEV letting his hands go in furious fashion all the way through to the final bell. That concludes what has been a quite magnificent contest for the Asian Championship belt here on this IBA Champions Night of Boxing. But for my money, it is Bakhodur USMONOV who will be declared as the victor, and wonderful to see that sportsmanship between two men who know what it takes to occupy a rostrum at the IBA World Championships. Javid CHALABIYEV from Baku in Azerbaijan was the world champion back in 2013 at 56 kilograms, and just last year at the most recent edition, Bakhodur USMONOV claimed world championship gold. And I think tonight here on home soil he is about to add that Asian championship belt, because he produced a quite magnificent display over the course of 8 3-minute rounds. And I think he is about to be declared as the continental champion. But we have to give credit to the competitive spirit and sheer tough competitive cussedness of Javid CHALABIYEV, because for my money he was outscored considerably during the course of that contest, but he was always in the fight and always in the face of Bakhodur USMONOV. But I think it's USMONOV's greater variety and ringcraft, punch selection and control of proceedings that will see him declared as the victor here. We are just awaiting official confirmation from our MC, Vasily Pasishnik.
Леди и джентльмены, ваши бурные овации обоим бойцам. В этом ярчайшем поединке единогласным решением судей свою полноправную победу, а также чемпионский пояс чемпионата Азии IBA забирает и побеждает боец
Bakhodur USMONOV, a unanimous decision victor over Javid CHALABIYEV of Azerbaijan. And just listen to the reception that verdict has received from the capacity crowd in attendance here tonight. A deserved winner, Bakhodur USMONOV, who boxed beautifully from opening bell to last. The lead left hand, whether off the back foot or on the front foot, or circumnavigating the boxing ring laterally, both left and right. Beautiful boxing in all facets of the game exhibited by Bakhodur USMONOV, and that is how he has claimed this inaugural Asian Continental Championship belt in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division. It continues and extends what has been a terrific recent run for Bakhodur USMONOV, adding to the 2023 World Championship bronze he won at the Humo Arena in Tashkent, Uzbekistan last year, and it's another IBA Asian Championship, adding to the 2019 Asian Continental crown that he claimed at light welterweight over three 3-minute rounds. Wonderful sportsmanship between the boxers and the respective coaches during the course of that contest, but it was punch-picking such as that saw Bakhodur USMONOV box his way to a unanimous points decision victory.